Another thing I learned this year is that hiding your potential is not humility. It's just, as we all know, the year 2023 is going to be over in like 3 days, and I'm so happy that you and I are like able to witness the end of the year. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tobiloba Tejumaiye. If you are new here, and if you are not new here, you definitely know my name already. So when I got this idea and I was writing 23 things I learned in 2023, I realized that 23 things is actually a lot. Like, it is a lot of things to learn in a year. So guys, in this video, I'll be giving you guys 23 things basically that I learned in this year 2023. As a disclaimer, some of the things I learned are not really personal lessons. They are things that I learned from watching other people. So let's go to the 23 things I learned in 2023. So I'll be looking down at my book here because I've written the 23 things that I learned in 2023. So one thing I would say I learned in 2023, one important thing I would say I learned in 2023, the first one is save your money. Guy, I know this one sounds somehow, but I realized that at the beginning of this year, as I was getting my allowance money, I was just consuming it left and right. See this one buy, see this one buy, no savings. I literally had no savings. And then during summer break, I realized that I was broke. I realized that I was like really, really broke, but I could have actually been saving some of my allowance money instead of me just consuming everything. So the first thing I learned in this year, 2023, is to save money. Have money that you are saving some way. Okay? Yes. So one thing I also learned is that it's okay. Like, I became more like a compliment kind of person. So other years, I'm not really someone that is so good with compliment. I do not really give people compliment. Doesn't mean like there's nothing to compliment about you or something, but I just look at it, think about it in my head, and do not actually say it out. So this year, one thing I really learned is that learn to give people compliments. Like, sometimes it just brightens up their day. Like, yeah, giving compliment to people actually brightens up their day. So that's the second thing I learned in this year. Yeah. So one thing I also learned is that be vocal about what you want. Like, you have to know what you want so that they will not just kick you left and right. That is one important thing I would say I learned this year. Know what you want, because when you know what you want, people cannot easily, should I say, persuade you. People cannot easily just put something in your hand. Basically, people like lead you somewhere else when you know what you want. So the third thing I learned this year is to know what you want and be vocal about it. Yeah. So another thing I learned is enjoy your life, guy. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life responsibly. Like, don't enjoy your life anyhow. Enjoy your life. But that's something that I would say that I learned this year. Enjoy your life. Be responsible about it though, but still enjoy your life. Yeah. The fifth thing I learned this year is that people are going through one thing or the other, whether good problems or bad problems. So just learn to be kind to people. Learn to just be kind to people, and learn to pay attention to your environment, basically, to people around you. Yeah, that's something key that I really learned about this year. Not everything is about me, not everything is about you. Just try to like be more people conscious, or what should I say, be more environmental conscious. Yeah, that's the fifth thing I learned. Another thing I learned this year is that you are important in any relationship. Like, you are very important in any relationship, and any relationship that you are in, be it friendship that is reducing your value or is making you feel less out, like, just move, just, yeah, walk out of such relationship. Because I realized that just walk out of such relationship. But one thing I would say I did this year is walk out on good terms. Like, it's really so, it brings you peace of mind when you just like end things with on good terms with people, and not just like you guys went on your separate ways on bad terms. Just like end things on good terms with people. Like, you're just like, see, we've tried this thing, it's not working. This friendship thing, I don't think is giving 50 divided by 2 kind of friendship, and you cannot reduce me totally. So I think we just have to like be a little bit more distant. Yeah, so you just have to like have an understanding. Yeah, that's the 16 I learned this year. Another thing I learned this year is that a man can disappoint, and for real, it is not their fault that they are disappointing. You know why? Because man can be limited, but you see, God Almighty, He cannot be limited. So put your trust in God. Do not put your trust in man, because they can fail, and man is limited. But God, you see, God is not limited. So trust in God. So trust in God and put all of your trust in Him. Yeah, that's something important that I really learned this year. Trust in God, not man. Man will fail. Man can fail. And it is not their fault. It is because man has a limit. But you see, God Almighty, He has no limit. So put all of your trust in God, and He will never disappoint you. Yeah, that's the same thing I learned this year. One thing I learned again this year is that learn to plan, guy. Don't just go with the flow. Never, ever, ever will I ever do that. Don't go with the flow. Plan. Write your plans down. I know you are smart. I know you are smart. I know that you can keep things on your head very well. Learn to write your plans down. Like, I think I heard sometime that it's better to write your plans down and be looking at it every morning. I know that this is what I want to achieve. I must achieve this. I must achieve that. So one thing I really learned this year is learn to plan, not just goals. Like anything I'm doing now, I think I need to start planning before I just execute. I should not just, oh, okay, when I get there I'll cross. No, learn to plan, please. Like have a plan A before you have a plan B. Yeah, does that make sense? Have a plan A before you have a plan B. I don't know if you get that, but just have a plan before you do anything. Have a plan. Like it's good to plan. Oh God, where did I stop? Learn to be discreet. Like do not. It's not every time you tell everybody everything. Just learn to keep some things to yourself. Learn to like at times. Just learn to keep quiet at times. Let keep calm. Every time, just learn to be discreet. You don't have to pour all the information. Not everybody likes you, and it's normal. Another thing I learned is that it's not every time you should be explaining yourself. Sometimes say no and leave it as no. No is enough answer for anybody that actually wants a response. Do you want no? What does no means? No means I'm not interested. So move. You don't have to know why I'm not interested. So sometimes just leave your answer as no. Just leave your answer as yes. There's no why you are doing this or why you are not doing this. Just no. Sometimes just don't shalaye. Sometimes just leave it as no. No is no. No does not have any other meaning. No means I'm not doing. Guys, be kind to people. Like a little kindness goes a long way. I remember one time in the hostel, yeah, earlier this year. Okay, let me start like this. Earlier this year, I needed like a face cap. I really needed a face cap, but then for some reason I didn't get a face cap. And then one day in the hostel, I went to like the supermarket downstairs, the mini supermarket downstairs to get snacks. And then when I was coming upstairs, I saw this lady carrying plenty load. I was like, this fine girl carrying plenty load. Let me just help her. It seems like she's going to her room because she was actually going to her room. And let me just help this fine girl. And then I collected some of the loads from her, and I got to her room. Lo and behold, she gave me a cap. Turns out that one of the things in the load were actually like caps. So I was like, oh my god, it's good to be kind to people. If I had just like passed out, I wouldn't have gotten that cap that time. I would have had to buy it with my money. But I got it for free. You know why? Because I was kind to her. I learned to give helping hands to people. You should not just overlook them at times. When you can, please do. Like just learn to be kind to people. Yeah. So comparison is the thief of joy. That's on period. There's no further explanation to that. That's just, I'm leaving it as that. Comparison is the thief of joy. Yeah. So another thing I learned is that having what you want to do makes you focus. This is also kind of like under planning. Yeah. So when you have a goal, when you have like a dream, it makes you focused on that dream. So that's something I would say I really took from 2023. Have a dream, have a focus. You can't just be moving and not know where you're heading to, basically. So have a dream and have a focus. Yeah. So one thing I learned is learn to say no. Do not be a people pleaser. People don't really care. Sometimes when you are so nice to people, they just like tend to abuse it. So learn to say no to people. When you say no and be polite about it, sorry, I'd have really loved to help people. I'm really busy. My hands are tight. My hands are tied right now. I cannot help you. No. Just another thing I learned this year is that hiding your potential is not humility. It's just not humility. You are trying your potential out. Something I would actually say I learned this year is learn a new skill. Like the way skill learning is just making money for people these days. Learn a new skill. Like that's something I would really say. learn a new skill. Yeah, and one thing I would say I learned is that it's okay to fall, but when you fall, just make sure you cry and you stand up back and move on with your life and look for solutions, on why you shouldn't fall. On Look for solutions on know why you fail and look for how you will not fall again. Basically, if one plan fails, bring up another plan. You don't really have to give up. Sometimes you actually have to fight for what you want. That's something I really learned. Sometimes you have to fight for what you want, and sometimes you actually don't have to fight for what you want. Yeah. So one thing I also learned this year is God is really interested in your life. Like is really, really interested in your life. Like you're confused, ask him for direction. He's gonna give it to you. You know why? Because he's God, especially when you're a child of God. God glory. When you're a child of God, just and you're confused, just ask him. Like he's really, really interested in your life. Like something I really learned this year is that God is interested in your life. God knows your name and is really interested in your life. Yeah. So one thing I learned is that it's better to try and fail than to not try and regret forever. So basically, I'd rather try and fail than not try and regret not trying. That's just it. Another thing I learned this year is that when you sin, do not run away from God. Just confess your sin and ensure that you do not do the same thing again. Because you see, when you sin and you run away from God, you keep sinning. What have I not said? One thing I also learned, and the last thing I learned this year is that it's actually okay to start again. It's totally okay to start again as long as you're doing it right. It's okay to start again. Yeah, and that's all I learned in the year 2023. Let me know if there are some things you also learned that I learned. Let me know in the comment section. Please like, comment, share. Like if you want to support my channel, you can support it by liking, by sharing my video, by commenting in the comment section on my YouTube channel. Okay? Yeah, so comment and basically comment and watch to the end. Do not skip. No skips. Like please, no skips. Like do not skip any part of my video. I'm so glad I made this video against all odds. See you in 2024 because this is my last video of the year. See you in 2024. Bye.